Hello, Reviteers. I wanted to do a short lecture on phasing troubleshooting. You're at a point on your final project where you might be getting ready to go into new construction and you're realizing that your phasing might be off. I'm going to start off by showing you a quick review of what your phasing should look like, and then I'm going to change some stuff to kind of troubleshoot what may have happened. So right now in my project, you can see that I'm in the first floor existing. And when I scroll down to my properties, I can verify that I am under the phase existing, and my phase filter is show all. Okay, and that's where we want to be. Graphically, you'll notice that the lines look dark. And I also have my AutoCAD plan still on. So these are these purple lines underneath. When I go to my demolition plan, this is the phase after existing, because again, think about the space or room that you're in right now. If you were going to remodel it, the first thing you would do is you would draft up the existing, how it is at that moment. You can't demo a wall that doesn't exist yet. So that's why demolition comes after. When I go to demolition, let's look at the graphic changes that come up. Did you notice that the walls aren't as dark as they used to be? They've lightened up. The reason why that happens, so these walls right here, let me bounce back in case you didn't notice. The reason why the walls lighten up is on floor plans, typically to show existing walls, you do them as a lighter line weight and new walls as a dark or shaded line weight. We also see that the walls that are taken out is being shown as hatched. So let me come down to my properties. I'm already here. So now it says first floor demolition, but I also have to have my phase changed to first floor demo. The first couple times people work on this, you might make the mistake of just naming this first floor demolition, but not actually toggling the phase. So you need to make sure that these two things match. Now here, what we've done is when we've selected the wall, you've either used your sledgehammer to demolish that wall, or in your properties, you can see here that this wall was created in the existing phase and it was demolished in the demo phase. So before I hop into new construction, let's think for just a minute on how you think this might look graphically. In new construction, I've gotten rid of some walls and there are some existing walls. So hit pause, think about what that might look like, and then come back. Welcome back. I hope you paused. Now, when I double click on new construction, you guys will notice that the demoed walls are gone. They are in the past, and all of the existing walls that I didn't demo are still here, but they're still a lighter line weight. Now, the walls that I've added are a darker line weight, so you can tell the difference between the two phases. I should point out that in order to see the line weights on your plans, make sure you have thin line versus thick line on. So right now I'm typing in TL. So I'm toggling back and forth between thin line and thick line. I'll make a note at the beginning of this lecture to do that before you start, so you don't get this far and think, why isn't this working? Okay. Now, at this point, let's talk about troubleshooting. Let me go to the existing plan. There were a few people who reached out to me and said that I accidentally drew my existing walls on the new construction. Let me show you the easiest way to fix that. So essentially what I'm about to do is the opposite of what you want to do, but it's the same technique. I'm going to grab my walls and I'm going to do it this way because this will be easier. First, you can click on one wall. I'm not even going to do hover tab click. I'm going to right click and I'm going to do select all instances in entire project. So if you've done the first and the second level, it'll grab all the walls. And what you're going to do here, now that it has all those walls selected, you are going to change the phase created from, I think you have them probably at new construction right now, and you're going to change them back to existing. Okay, so make sure to select those and then pull them back. Now you're not done yet because you have other walls. So same thing here. Click on one wall, right click, select all instances in entire project. And I should also say, when I select in entire project, make sure that there aren't any new walls that you're accidentally grabbing. So here you can see that I probably accidentally grabbed some new construction walls. And the reason why I know that is that there are walls that I've selected that have been created and demolished at different phases. So what I'm worried about here, I know that these were all existing walls, so I'm just going to change them to existing and then let them be. Oh, look, I did have some new construction, so you can see where they're overlapping. I will undo that. Hit Control Z one more time. And then also make sure you get your doors and your windows. Some people have had luck selecting everything like this, but you can see if you grab too much stuff, then the properties goes away. There is one little trick where you can go up to filter and you can deselect your CAD plan and maybe your casework. Let me hit OK. Oh, and then it comes back up. So that could help too. The reason why I didn't show you that first is that way again is kind of tricky, especially if you already have some new construction walls that you don't want to change the phase on. So I personally think that it's an easy fix. Just because it's easy, it doesn't mean that it's not tedious. So it might be a little bit tedious to get things back where you want it to go. Once you make sure that your phasing is all set, then you can move on to the next portion of the project. For those of you having trouble, I really hope that helped, and let me know if you guys have any other questions.